Okay, everybody, we're back here at the Brightside Tavern Film Festival interviews, and we have the crew of Summer Rain here. You want to, Renzo? You want to start?
Yes, so I'm the writer and producer and director of Summer Rain.
And John.
And I was the assistant director on the project.
So you wrote it, Renzo. How did you come up with this idea?
So I knew this person back in high school who was very shy, very introverted. She didn't have many friends at all, and she will try to avoid any opportunity to be socially active with anybody who wasn't close to her. She will rather to spend like all day at home with her cats, complaining on social media, why she was always lonely. And there was also the time that we both were graduating from high school. And I was walking like one day my way home, and it was raining very hard. And it was during the summer, and I saw like three cats in my backyard, and one of them was like two of them were hiding under my uncle's car, and just like except for one of them, and one of the cats was actually playing outside in the rain, and I was actually shocked actually, because I always knew cats were like always afraid of water, all this stuff. I never had a cat before. And since that point, I realized this cat was introduced like a whole new world. Even though it's just playing around the rain, just getting wet. But I knew that the cat seemed like she was enjoying it. She was having a good time. And she was pretty much from that point. I decided to like make a story about, using that experience and this person I knew back in high school, her personality, and I decided to make a story about, coming of age, or just like a story about trying to figure it out, like trying out new experiences for the first time might be like difficult for some people. It might be those moments, those kind of experiences that for some people, like they're trying to look for meaning or they're like very significant. And even though those experiences are like good or bad, it might develop something on us, like in the long run. And it really, that's the whole story about Summer Rain. That's how I came up with it.
And John, how did you get involved in the project?
I actually knew Renzo through high school, and we worked on a few of our like past projects together. I actually started. It was his first short film, I believe, called The White Camera. I starred as the main character in it, and so just working with him and then other people from high school in the film program, that we ended up working on this film together, which is nice.
Do you prefer acting or behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes a bit, yeah.
No. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
What about you, Renzo? What about how was the production of this? How did that all get together?
Oh well, so it was as soon as we finished my first short film, which was The White Camera, which I came up with the idea for like my next short film, which actually this is my third short film actually.
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah, and it took us like a whole year to plan out everything, like collect money. And it was such a great experience. We had to like scout. We went scout locating everywhere pretty much, but it was all around our neighborhood. We were trying to like make it like we were trying to make sure that our whole town knows who we are. We would get like a great audience at the end.
Where did you guys film it? Where are you guys from?
We're from Belleville, New Jersey.
I
know you heard about that.
Yeah,
it's like near Clifton or Bloomfield.
It's funny. I mean, I lived here most of my life, and I don't know that area at all.
It's
one of those towns that just connects the other towns.
Yeah, I'm a Jersey Shore guy, so. But so, what about the acting? The actors are really good in this. Like, how did you go about casting?
So this was actually my first time like hiring actors from backstage, for example. My other times I was directing actors, but either non-actors or theater actors from my school. And this was actually a good experience, a good.
So you didn't know them. You didn't know them. You actually hired them.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And they actually teach me a lot about directing. This time I was trying to like give them as much freedom as they can with their characters.
Mm.
So that I think the performance was great. Honestly, I love them.
So the locations were pretty easy for you guys to find because it was your town and everything. Like,
For the most part, the weather was nice for the most part too. We didn't get any trouble.
The toughest one was the scene that was under the bridge. If you remember that one, because cars would pass all the time.
Oh, really? Like the sound, right? The sound would be not easy to do that.
It was a challenge.
Sound was difficult sometimes.
It's always like that or like beaches. Sounds are horrible on beaches. I tell everyone, like, if you film on a beach, you have to ADR.
Yeah.
You cannot. It's so bad on beaches. But yeah. So from this project, have you been able to work on another one, or was it because of COVID and everything, kind of had to stop? Or
oh yeah, definitely. Well, we finished filming Summer Rain back on 2019, on the summer of 2019.
Okay.
We finished like a post production by the end of that year. Like all the music, all the editing was done already. And after that, we were planning to like submit into festivals, to see how it plays.
Did you get to see it at a festival live, or it just ended?
No, like the pandemic. So the pandemic started, on February, and that's like the time we were like submitting to film festivals.
Yeah.
But because of that, we weren't like able to attend to any so far. We were like selected by a few festivals online.
Yeah.
And some festivals were like still figuring out if they're still gonna do it.
Yeah, so we're definitely doing it, but we'll see how it goes. But we had one. I think it was about March 1st. Was we had a live show and it was packed. So that was like it for all film festivals. That was the last one. It's been almost a year. So hopefully, I think we're talking about having the hybrid. So we'll see how that goes. At least people from New Jersey can come, if they want. Since it's getting a little bit better, not much, but it'd be cool to see, even a small crowd to get to see some of it. So we'll probably play online in there as well. And then we used to have like this crazy award show, but we're gonna probably tape it, and things like that. So we'll have that award show, and then we'll see what happens. But we're aiming towards the end of March, so we'll see. You didn't get? Are you waiting on other film festivals right now as well?
Yeah, we went on 2 film festivals inside New Jersey actually. They're still on deciding actually. In the meantime, I'm actually working on my 4th short film actually.
Are you writing it, or are you starting to film at all?
Yeah, we're starting to film this year if we're lucky.
Yeah.
The summer. We did some test footage last year in November with some of the actors from Summer Rain 2. New actors, of course.
Yeah.
Who are like already engaged with the project. We're looking on that actually. We got a little bit more budget than this one.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. It's not easy to get budget these days.
It's not.
How do you guys go about that? Online, or you advertise, or how do you go about raising money for your films?
Well, for the most part, actually, we just work.
Working and saving.
Working and saving.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of what we're all doing now too. We're waiting. I was supposed to make films last summer. Now we're waiting till this summer. So we're hoping everything will be set. We'll go right.
Well, last year, a good thing about last year, I brought a lot, like at least 2 scripts for like 2 short films.
Yeah.
We have plenty of time actually to just concentrate on writing.
What about you, John? Do you write?
No, I don't write. I usually try and stay in the assistant director role because I like to manage the cast and crew.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Tough position, assistant director. Really is.
It is.
You kind of.
She's a great assistant director. Like we always on time.
Thank you.
Always on time with call sheet.
That's cool.
And if we're not, I have to force them. No, I'm kidding.
And you guys worked together quite a few times now?
Yeah, I'd say this is our 4th or 5th, I would say. Because I've worked on projects where I didn't really have like a set role just to help out as well. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you guys have any like social media or any websites or anything that you want to promote? Any other where they could watch any of your other films out there or anything? So, Lorenzo, if you wanted to start.
Sure. Well, we do have my YouTube channel. It's called Senior Cat Pictures. That's where I actually post all my short films, all my teaser trailers, just to advertise my short films. Or so my Instagram, like with my name on it. Or so my website, which is my portfolio at the same time.
Cool.
But at the same time, we're planning to like make more short films. Keep learning more. I actually like to write what I know and try to make the best out of it for the moment. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for most.
Great. What about you, John?
No, I usually work in conjunction with Renzo, so we share the websites and social media pages and that.
Great. Awesome. So, well, we'll keep in touch and we'll let you know what's going on. And thanks for joining me for a few minutes today. Do you have anything else you want to add before we go?
Oh, nothing. I mean,
no, I'm all set. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So
I was really looking for your festival.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Great. Sounds good. We're here with Joseph McGovern here. This is the Brightside Tavern Film Festival interviews that we're continuing. And you had the movie Hush this time around, right?
Yes, that's correct.
What was the one you had the last time you were talking about?
So it was All Over Again. It was a short film, inspirational piece, family friendly, about a guitarist, aging musician who basically reignites that passion inside them to keep playing for themselves, really.
And that had a nice little run there, right? That
did pretty decent. It screened at several film festivals and earned some awards and nominations.
Can people see that? Is it online now? Can people see it, or are you still going with it, or?
Yeah, so we're still submitting to a few more film festivals. I think we stopped submitting it probably December this year, so we're just waiting to see how it goes for 2021. Really, the focus is on Hush and completing my next two short films. I'm just rotoscoping and finishing color grading my LGBTQ short film, Is This the Bed We Lie In? And I have a little bit more visual effects to do for my other film, Inside Jonathan Fox, along with sound design and scoring. I'm awaiting. So.
Were you able to film it? Would you film it before everything happened, or were you able to film it during all those shorts?
Right. So is this the Bed We Lie In? We filmed 2 years ago. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I do a lot of extensive color grading on my work, a lot of visual effects. This one came down to doing a lot of frame by frame rotoscoping. So needless to say, it's been taking a lot of time. Yeah. But
at least you had them filmed, because people it stopped. It really at least you had something done and you could work in editing and everything with it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that was good. And Inside Jonathan Fox, I shot actually a few months after Hush, back in 2016, I believe it is now. And so I've just been slowly financing the sound design, scoring. It's a 27-minute film about OCD and just the routine of title character Jonathan Fox. And it needed a lot of extensive sound design to it for the film itself. So, and as you know, with post work, it's very costly. So, I slowly been saving up the last 5 years and finally got the budget together to do that. So,
yeah, that's the hardest part. Money, right?
So, pay to play.
You got Hush in this time. Were you able to see Hush on the big screen yet, or when you submitted it, then everything kind of stopped at festivals, or were you able to go to a festival to see it?
Yeah, so we actually were screening Hush in, I think it was 2019. The end of 2018-19. We saw it at the Philadelphia Independent Film Festival, Freedom Shorts, and Atlantic City Cinefest. And then it was screening all over the place. I love the
Cinefest.
Yeah, it was a good one. That's always fun. But then it was also at I think it was the Fantastic Horror Film Festival. We didn't go out for that. Most of them, we were just sending them out and seeing where we land. And, we were really excited that Brightside was interested and, is supporting the film itself too. So we're excited to screen screen with you guys again.
Absolutely, and it is a different film. It's like it's an experimental, right, and a thriller, and no talking. All the music tells a story, right, and the characters.
Right.
So different.
Yeah, the actions and then the music composition, right? That set the emotion. So it was a lot of fun to film, and especially the post work was really, really good.
Do you like to do films mostly like that, where like you don't need a script in a way, like you don't need them talking?
Right.
You let the music tell the story. Do you like those kind of better, or do you work with that a lot? Or
so this was like more of a lower budget film. Didn't need as much sound and such. So we did take sound, but when I was discussing it with my sound designer, basically he was saying, let's axe the sound out, just let the music help drive the emotions and let the visuals take over, because it's a solid experimental film. So with this particular piece, I did not want any distractions with dialogue. I basically wanted the message to be in front of the audience, and there be no distractions with access dialogue, I guess you could say. So just let the actions derive it, and we'll set the tone with the lighting and the color grading and things of that nature. So
when you do something like that, do you have the music already prepared to match it? Or like some people do it later, some people do it before.
Yeah, so I send out all my screenplays to my cinematographers and also to my entire team when I write the film, the screenplay for the film, and I send it out to my sound designer, and he's also my composer. So he's he's fantastic. He does a lot of prep work, at least as far as brainstorming. Okay, so I'm gonna try and derive these emotions, and I'll discuss the screenplay with him, what I'm trying to go for, along with music, and then hey, sound design, we're probably going to need this here, need that there. Now when I first started, you didn't really take all these things in consideration, because you're learning as you go, fly by night kind of thing. But now that I've been doing this for about 10 to 12 years, and learning from past projects that probably will never see the light of day. How that goes.
I know those. Yeah.
Right. Your first 4 or 5 films.
I'm like, it's so great. It's so great. Now I look back like that was horrendous.
Yeah. I'm like, oh man, what were we thinking? But they're also some of the most, enjoyable experiences learning the process. But Matt's really good. He's fantastic at prep work, and just, I trust him completely with whatever he thinks is going to work music wise and sound design. My main focus is the project altogether, but especially on the visual effect, the visual front, and the picture in total. So I trust him completely with what he does, and we had that relationship together, so it works out really well. But to answer your question, as far as is it the type of films I do, experimental in a way, I guess, to a degree, because Inside Jonathan Fox is very much, it's going to be experimental as well, because it's just the morning routine of a gentleman that has OCD, and it paints a different picture for OCD. But Is This the Bed We Lie In is nothing but dialogue, one room, 2 actors doing their thing, and telling the story through dialogue, right?
I do like those.
When you saw All Over Again, that was pretty much all dialogue, except for some compositions of, the title character practicing and, trying to figure out how he's going to get back into playing guitar again, and he struggle, and he gets better as we progress through the story. So, I guess it depends on the story I'm writing in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. And are you waiting on other festivals to open up to submit your films, these films into, or are you? I don't know. Were they playing online to a lot of festivals, or some holding off and saying, "Oh, we're waiting until we get to be able to screen it somewhere"?
Yeah, I gotten a lot of that too. It's really, really, it's really saddening, to see how the festivals are, experiencing through these uncertain times. But the wonderful thing that I have noticed is a lot of festivals such as Brightside, and many other ones that they were able to transition to, as we were talking about before, a hybrid. And, maybe have some showing visually through a car, through like a drive-in theater. I've seen some of those.
We tried outside even in the summer. We're like, we can do it outside. And like,
Yeah.
it's not going to work.
Right. And then also online, like for example, Hush is screening with New Filmmakers New York. I believe it's next week on the 16th. So, that's going to be only online. So, I think
we had another festival online, Hang On to Your Shorts, that we did, and it was the first one we did online, and it turned out successful.
Nice.
So it went really well. We had 3 streams going for 2 days. It was 180 films.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And then we had this like really long award show that was really funny. It ended up pretty good. So I was like, I could do it online. It could work.
Right, absolutely. And whichever way it is to get the film out there is the most important.
Yeah.
And it's just nice seeing all the artists and the film festivals coming together and working together to, make it a success.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
nice.
The
one thing. That's the one thing I miss, is just seeing everyone and connecting, and that's the only, like, I like, you can show your work online, but going to a place and meeting the people, and go to Brightside, it's easy to talk and meet, and next thing you know, the next year people are making films together. So
right, exactly. That's the cool part, is the connecting. I met tons of people at film festivals, and we connect. I give a lot of I give a lot of advice for post-production purposes, because I have a strong forte in editing to a degree and color grading.
Yeah, I speak of color grading. I admit I teach film in high school.
Nice. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think I read that about you.
I'm not good at color grading, and I'm first to admit it. I'm like, I do everything else, and then up to that point, I'm like, you guys, I'm like, my eyes, I'm not colorblind, but I'm just not good at it. You do it. Like the kids. I'm like, you do it better. You'll do it better. I swear you'll do it better. I can't help you with it. You figure it out.
Right.
So that's the point where I gotta learn.
There is a lot. Yeah, it's a very extensive process and very tedious at times, which is why, this new film I'm doing too, it's so extensive and frame by frame work, and it's taken me 2 years because there's that much work and frame by frame work. Visual effects wise, it's just one of those things. But that, and then also we write screenplays together. A lot of people that I meet at film festivals, and hope to film them soon. We'll see.
Yeah.
So
and you're in Jersey just like me, right? Or
I'm down south, and I'm right in Philadelphia area, so across the bridge, so it's not too bad.
Not too bad. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing going on. But we just found out bars were open till it was funny because we have a friend that owns a bar, and they bought the bar the day before all this kind of closed down.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's been going. So yesterday was the first time, it was after 10 o'clock, and we're all there going, no, we're still here.
Hey, there you go. That's success right there. Yeah. Especially, going through this past year. So that's fantastic that they're able to maintain.
Yeah, and it looked like more, 35%. So it's getting there. So that's what we're like, maybe we'll have 50% by end March, and that's plenty. Like we could work it out. So I'm excited to do a hybrid kind of thing. We just got to sit down and figure out exactly, and like tell everyone the dates. So that's what we'll be doing in the next couple of weeks. And then, like, I was interviewing people before, like I think a few about, I was off from school, so I was interviewing people.
Right.
School came back, and I got just crushed.
Yeah,
so that was it. I'm like, well, now I got some time, so I'll try to finish up some interviews here.
Nice. Are you guys back in school now, or is it still part-time, or?
We're back in. So it was funny. We got back in, and then we had 3 snow days.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's. I missed my day at work on Monday, just shoveling out for 3 times and at my house, and then Tuesday through Friday was just nonstop. So I definitely understand.
Yeah. So like next week, I mean, it's February, and we're starting to go back. Like the kids, I get like some of the kids one day, some the next. So it's really weird. I'm teaching online and in school.
Nice.
So it's like I'm doing this and talking to the kids here and here and here and here, and it teaches film like that. It's nuts.
Yeah, I can imagine. Are you doing camera reviews with them, and editing and programs and all?
So much like it used to be so much more hands-on, and now it's more like, all right, we know how to do things now. Can we do it? I'm like, ah.
Yeah, no, we got to play it by ear right now, guys.
Yeah, it's hard. So like it's and then everyone did it in groups and stuff. Now we're like, okay, you're doing this by yourself. We just did animation. I just showed them stop motion.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
They each did one. Like we used to do like 5-6 kids. I have 160 kids.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
A lot of classes and stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm grading 160 animations. I used to have them like a minute long storyline. I'm like 30 seconds, no storyline, just do it
Yeah.
and do it, and then hand it to me, and I'll be like, all right.
See,
You know how to
that's
do
the
it.
one thing. It warms my heart actually being able to see that people are still teaching, stop motion animation, for example, because
Yeah.
I love it. I love stop motion animation.
Yeah.
There's so much craftsmanship that has to go into that. It's not easy.
No.
I mean, especially visual effects wise, and then again with the color grading and such. If
Mm.
they are getting that far, you have to keep everything continuity wise. I mean, it's a lot of work, but
Yeah.
it's
I was showing behind the
it's
scenes,
amazing.
like from the feature films. I was showing some behind the scenes stuff at like
Yeah, it's no joke.
Paranorman, all those, and their kids were like, "What?"
Yeah, they have no idea. And see, here's the thing: is that at least they have you teaching them.
Yeah.
Like independent filmmakers like me, you have to go out and learn it, and usually we're learning by mistake. Just try to fix it and make it as best it can possibly. But that's really awesome. You're actually teaching them, animation to that level. That's fantastic.
I taught. I used to teach history years and years ago, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I left, and I went back into the films and all that. And then I started like subbing, and I was subbing for like I was doing this TV film class subbing, and I was like, we can do this. So I had the degree, and I had a teaching degree, and I kept. They're like, and everyone was like, these hard jobs, they never come up. They're hard to get. And one opened up, and I got it, and it's been 4 years.
That's fantastic.
So
absolutely.
I don't want to leave.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Especially when you can enjoy, doing what you do and teaching kids and keeping that art candle lit. That's just fantastic.
Yeah. So it's and then the best feeling is when you get a couple of them, and it's regular school, it's regular high school. It's not like a couple of them, you change their minds and they go to film school for college. It's about 4 or 5 that are in film school right now, and it's like I did that.
That's fantastic. Are they going up to New York, or is it kind of in Philadelphia? Or?
Some go to New York, and then there's a program. What the heck's the school now? Montclair. Montclair has a good program, I guess, and they're growing. So a lot of the kids from here go there. So I have about 4 students of mine that go to Montclair for film.
That's a great number. That's fantastic.
Crazy, right? I go, then Montclair should give me a kickback or something.
Yeah, it's like, hey, listen, when you make it big, come on.
Yeah.
Make sure you remember me.
Put me in your films.
That's right.
Pay me. I'll retire from teaching. You can just have me as the old guy on set,
Hey, listen, we got associate producers. I'll teach anybody else stop motion animation. I got you.
But so do you have any thing you want to promote, any websites or where you can see your films, like Instagram or websites or anything?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook, just Joseph McGovern. I'll pop up as an artist page. Cool. And also I'm on Twitter. I also, as for the films, I'm going to be releasing them public probably in the next year, both of them. It's because I'm going to be making way for Resist the Bed We Lion and also Inside Jonathan Fox. And once I'm finished those in the next few months, and yeah, I'm basically on Facebook mostly. So cool. I usually promote anything that's going on with my films or poetry or projects in general. I'm going to be doing a spoken word album soon. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah.
I love those. I'm a podcaster. I love spoken word.
I dig it. Absolutely. So I love poetry. So, I'm looking forward to doing Matt and I, my sound designer, we're going to be queuing up together and doing that. I'm going to have a few musicians with me too. So We'll see how we make out with that.
I did a long time ago when I was in college. I got to interview Henry Rollins. He had a spoken word album come out. And it was so different and weird and strange, but like I really liked it. And I'm like, this is Henry Rollins, man.
Right. Absolutely. Not only that, but like I'm a huge beat generation guy. So I'm all about my Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac and all of them. William S. Burroughs with some Kurt Cobain along with them.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I drive a lot of passion off of jazz and blues poetry. So I'm looking forward to trying to, mesh into that a little bit and see if we can create some good vibes. So should be good.
All right, man. Well, I got a few more interviews to do. So, but thanks for joining me today, man. It was great.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate that. And thank you for the support of Hush.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Cool. All right. All right, everyone. We're here with Grace Soriano and the Kramer brothers. How's everyone doing today?
Doing all right.
I'm okay.
Yeah. know, as best as we can be, right, during all
Yeah.
this. So it's been a long time, but you know, seeing you guys on some of these events online. Well, why don't we start with you, Grace, and you want to talk about your film a little bit?
Well, I directed and wrote Better Safe Than Sunny. It was my first attempt at horror. It's my second film ever, and it's my first non-student film. The actor for Sunny was someone that I had worked with in the community theater near me, and I don't know what else to say about it.
Were you able to see it at festivals live, or we weren't able to do that? Because
I don't think we've seen it live at all. I think it showed at the drive-in, but we weren't able to go to that.
Oh.
And that was like the only live one that it was at.
And you guys produced this one as well, right?
Yes.
Cool. How did that go?
Pretty smooth.
Yeah.
We had a little trouble securing the location, but we had to do a bed and breakfast again. We had to rent one to film at.
Oh, really? Oh.
Overall, it was pretty good, pretty smooth. She had to make a lot of adjustments to shot lists and stuff because the location changed. So that was kind of, I think, Grace, was that like that day, right, in the afternoon?
It was it was that morning, and then we filmed that later that night. And also the cops were called. The neighbor called the cops on us.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I hate when people do that. That's crazy. It's like, we're just working here. Leave us alone.
Yeah. It just kind of, cops drove by and just continued on, and so it didn't affect filming.
We didn't have to talk to him either, like at all. It was just a neighbor who he was upset about the lights.
Oh, it's always the lights. The lights always ruin everything. The lights or the big audio.
Yeah.
You know, that always, everyone always gets annoyed at that for some reason. Who knows? No one supports it. It's crazy. But was it a 1 day shoot?
The main bulk was 1 day, and then the ending scene was we actually filmed that first. It was 2 days.
Okay. Yeah. How was the editing with it?
That went fine. Because of the way that it was shot, we made a lot of the takes were long tracking shots, and so there was very little to edit. It just kind of, you have to put it on the timeline.
Were you able to, other than that other scene, did you kind of shoot it in order then?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
It's always good to be able to do that once in a while, right? So Grace, do you have anything else that you were working on before all this?
Right now?
Yeah, were you able to film anything else, or like right before?
Well, actually, since right before quarantine, literally 2 days before New York City went into lockdown, I did my thesis project for my university.
Oh wow!
We filmed that. That was crazy. Yeah, wow. We had to get out of the city because it was right about to lock down.
When was that around? That was like
March of last year.
Yeah, that's what happened with Brightside last year. It was March 1st. And like it was like right after that, it was crazy. So it's almost been a year now.
Yep.
It's crazy. But we were talking, we're still talking. We're probably gonna do something at the end of March, like a hybrid kind of thing. So people that it's, you know, the bars are open later now and it's 35%, so we can hit more people in there. By the time into March, probably be 50%. So if people want to come, they could come, but we'll probably do it online and there. Kind of do like
I've actually been enjoying, like, I've been attending online film festivals. I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, you can just sit back.
Because I can talk during the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to see a lot of people. Like we had another fest online not too long ago, and a couple of them. And the Hang On to Your Shorts one had about 6,000 people watching. Overall, not like all one time, but overall, if you add them all up, 6,000 people.
Wow.
So, and I think because it was free, we had it free. We didn't have to pay. So people were just logging on and watching parts. They could have been watching 5 minutes for all we know, but they still got part of it. So I thought
that's what I was hoping with, like, because you were doing it free. I'm hoping more people will watch it and get engaged and actually show up to the live ones. And because Hang On to Your Shorts is one of our favorites. So
in here, you said you produced the what was that other film that you produced that you're acting into, the film festival one, the funny one?
Yeah. That was written by Teresa. I can never pronounce her last name.
Labriglio.
And Outtake Productions helped us co-produced that.
It was actually an Outtake Productions, and we helped them.
Yeah, we helped them.
But you guys work together a lot anyway, right?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Joe did acting for the first time.
Yeah, you did some acting there, right? And you know, someone like me gets a kick out of it since it's film festival stuff.
And actually, Melissa helped cast our actress for Better Safe Than Sunny. So.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I'll have to interview her again with all that mess up that I did, but it was a good interview too that we had. I'm like, oh, so depressed about that, but yeah. So you have that film as well, and then the other one you worked with kids, right? In that other one.
Yeah, you're right.
How was working with kids?
I don't know. It's not that bad. Everybody always says it's a nightmare, but maybe we're just lucky.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Because I know, well, we knew a couple of them we had worked with prior to that.
Yeah.
There was Gage and Abriella.
Mm-hmm.
They were both in The Angry Man.
Okay, yeah.
Which was also Outtake Productions that we co-produced with them.
Okay.
So we basically knew those two, and then one of the kids is actually, what was he, 14?
Yeah.
And he just looked really young, so obviously he was a lot easier. He was much 11. More professional, very professional.
One of those Hollywood kids can play a lot younger than they are.
But that's what I'm surprised about, is that all the kids that we've worked with so far have been very professional, more so than a lot of adults that we've worked with. So no complaints here.
Do you have any scripts coming up or any films with more kids in them?
Yes.
Have you guys ever thought, like, you have so many now different types of films, like all over the place, like comedies and horror and thriller and drama. So would you ever do like a sequel short film for any of the ones you've done?
I would.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're not against that, doing anything that we like. If we like it, we'll
like a follow-up. Yeah.
Well, we always made that joke about a sequel to Playdate.
Yeah.
Where they're like teenagers, and she's just going over her house as if it's just normal to have a dead girl be a friend. And
we actually have been writing this, I guess what would be a web series. And one of the episodes can be kind of seen as a sequel to Assisted Suicide.
Oh.
Where the characters are back. So I don't want to kind of like give away the concept, but so it's kind of like could be seen as a sequel. But
it's always fun to bring like a character from another film into another film. I like that. I don't know why, but I always like doing that, or referencing. I guess because doing stuff with Kevin Smith all these years, and he references them all and kind of puts them together, that I always like doing that as well. And even in my short films, I always mention something from the other films, or put posters and stuff, or a hat or something from the other films. Always.
That's actually, if you notice in Best of Fest, they put I think it was Teresa put a poster of Playdate in the background. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did. I'd have to go back, but then I'd see it and be like, oh, okay, yeah.
It's like a little mini poster hanging on the wall.
I got some back here.
One that we haven't done anything with yet because we just finished editing it, but there's a bunch of Easter eggs of stuff.
Oh yeah, a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah.
The comedy
and, and in Ebb and Flow, I thought we had a shot that was going to reference Sunny and Angry Man, but then we like cut that shot. So we had the books. We had the books, and I think that got cut.
Yeah, I always do that, and then it ends up like just as a joke and an inside joke, and then it ends up getting cut anyway. But like maybe on the outtakes after the credits, I would throw something on there as a joke for that. But just to be funny, I just like kind of connecting the films in a way somehow. But that is definitely from a Kevin Smith kind of thing.
Yeah.
But or a Jersey thing, who knows? So, have you guys, all of you, working together on anything upcoming?
We have a few things and by a few I mean a lot in pre-production.
Yeah.
We got more short films. We're trying to get back to like just a traditional straight up horror.
Oh yeah.
I think we've mentioned this before to you, that like we feel like we haven't done it since Keep in the Dark. Playdate is kind of humorous in the end. It's a little tongue in cheek, and so is Your It. It's got that punchline at the end of Your It that's just kind of like, haha, We're trying to get just back to horror.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's cool.
We have a few comedies, and we're actually rewriting a short film that we did before we had money. It was a short film, and it was on like mini DV tapes.
Yeah.
It looks like garbage. Like there's no lighting. We're just like, the moon will handle this. It didn't. Really bad. But when we had our private screening for Keep in the Dark, we knew a lot of our friends there were coming up to us like, are you going to remake? It's called Robin St. Nick. And like, you're going to remake that now, right? And we're like, I guess we could.
Yeah.
Now we're going to actually strongly consider doing that. We're in the process of writing that one now.
I was always wondering that, like, one of my old films that's not so good anymore. Like, what if I recasted it and reshot it better? And most people are like, just leave it alone. I was like, but I want to do it again.
Yeah, it's scary because then you could end up being like, George Lucas, where you're just constantly changing your creations. It's like, just leave him alone already. You should just crapping all over him.
God forbid I go back and Greedo shoots first, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so you guys are working on a lot of things. Grace, have you been writing or during all this time or anything?
No, I've been collaborating, writing. Yeah, we have an idea of something that I'm gonna direct, I think, but I didn't write. I kind of just had input.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a couple for her.
There you go.
Films.
How did your thesis one go?
It was. I mean, the production was absolutely a nightmare. It was the hardest thing ever because of issues with the original person that was going to play the lead, and then we had a on-the-fly recast. But I think that what came of it, I'm proud of it. I like it. I had to cut 3 scenes, I think, are just completely cut out of it. We had to rewrite the script like the one day of shooting. We had to completely cancel and say we're just going to take a rewrite day, and then get to filming. And it was heavy, and I like what came of it. It's very surreal.
Are you submitting it to festivals?
Yes.
Yes.
And she handled that situation beautifully too.
Yeah.
Like losing. I mean, that actress filmed the scene for us already.
Oh yeah.
On our way to Manhattan, we were in an Uber driver, like in the back of an Uber, and that's what happened. She quits, and we're like, great.
On the way to the location.
Oh my gosh.
On the way to the set, she quit.
Wow, that is not easy to deal with, and I've dealt with those things before myself.
Yeah, and actually, the other actress,
not in the day out.
The other actress who we had as the other role, I was like, do you want to take both roles? And then we're going to do crazy split screen stuff. And that's what it got very creative. We got very, very creative, had to learn stuff on the fly. In editing was like, oh, shoot, the 2 shots don't line up. And then that got very intensive, having to draw in like the corrections.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
But it got done.
It got done. That's cool.
I got an A. I passed.
Awesome.
Graduated. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh man, yeah. At least you got done during all this craziness. Because I have students that are in college and film school right now during this crazy, and I don't know. I feel bad for them. Even my students in high school, I feel bad. It's not the same.
No.
We're doing it. It's just not the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, but hopefully, and then we're not getting many films done either. It's not easy. So, well, we'll see. But I think things are gonna start opening up soon. I hope maybe this summer will be like crazy filming time.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's what we're hoping to, like, when things open back up, that we're gonna immediately just
jump on a project.
Yeah, we forgot to mention the web series we're doing with Outtake. That's was all set to go. We were supposed to do it last August.
Yeah.
Everything shut down.
Are you going to start it up soon?
I think it's going to be the end of the summer.
The end of the summer is what we're going for.
Because we have to travel. We all have to travel to North Carolina to shoot that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're saying that the North Carolina thing. Okay, yeah.
So that's probably the closest to something that's just right there to get done. So
I know it's like so far away, but then again, it's not. You know, that's what I'm thinking too. That's why I was like, Brightside August might be somewhat normal.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're hoping. So it's funny, like a long time ago, we're like, 2 weeks will be all right. 2 weeks. And now it's like, it's only like February, like August, let's pray for August.
Yeah.
But I couldn't take another like school year like this. So I'm like, September, please. So, but they're not doing too well in New Jersey with the shots right now. So I'm a teacher. I signed up, nothing.
Yeah.
And I just heard it's only like they only have like 250,000 so far. They were supposed to have like 5-10 million already.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? My parents got it Friday. They said once you get it, the whole process is fast. Once you get in and do it, it's fast, and they were fine. And then in 2 weeks from now, they take another one.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get a lot more, I think we'll be all right. So maybe if they do that faster, we'll do. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they want to make them fast because then I don't trust it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I want to make movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, hopefully you get to do that sooner than later. But your plan is August to go down there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Melissa set like an exact date, but she keeps talking late summer.
Yeah.
And possibly doing something locally in like late spring, early summer. And so anything that we do or Grace does will be either fall or it's going to be late in the year probably.
Did any of you go or know people that have that where the COVID thing where you have to have a COVID person on set? Did any of you guys go and get that or know anyone who has that?
No.
It's like a little cert thing. I know like Larry Rosen got it, so he can be like a COVID guy on set.
Huh.
So when they first did it, I think a lot of people went and got it. So they hire you on set now to be the COVID person.
No, we've just been foregoing production of everything.
Yeah.
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 Just letting the scripts pile up. So
right. It's like you got a whole stack.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do it.
You're like, oh, that's good. But then it's like, yeah, but now we got to fund these somehow.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing. It's like trying to save money for it all. I'm like, are we getting more government money?
Checks are on the way, right?
Supposed to be in the next week or so.
Yeah, right.
That's what I read. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm putting that aside for a film. I hope. We'll see. Watch, it'll be gone in a day. Spend. But yeah. So, do you guys have anything else you want to promote and any websites where we can see any of your work, or Grace, maybe your old film that you had going around? Where can you watch that now?
On YouTube. My username is Mother of Sephy, like MOTHEROFSEPHY, and that's where you can see Tall Drink of Walter, which is my very first short and a student film, and I have trailers up for Sunny, Better Safe Than Sunny. I don't really.
And you guys, do you have a place where we can watch some of your stuff yet, or are you working on it? Or
I don't think we put any full length shorts up yet, but you can go to jobertentertainment.com. You can see all the trailers and behind the scenes stuff and what's coming up. And
cool. Well, it's great to talk to you guys and see you somehow. And we'll get going. We have other fests coming up as well. That'll probably be online as well. We'll see. But I'm excited to see if we can pull off a hybrid. So we'll let you know in the next few weeks when we talk about it and see what's gonna happen.
All righty.
All right, great. All right, thanks for joining me.
All right.
All right, see you soon.
Bye.
See you.